Murphy. I'm with the Durham Master Gardener Volunteer Program here in Durham County, and we're at the Briggs Avenue Garden on Briggs Avenue in Durham, which is a community garden, and we're talking about getting beds ready for the fall planting and what things you can plant and how you should go about getting them in the ground. Okay, fall is a good time to plant all the leafy green crops. So we've got some here today. This is Swiss chard, very nice green leaves, red stems. We've also got broccoli, and the broccoli that you plant now will be ready for Thanksgiving. We've got some Brussels sprouts, and we also have some purple cabbage, and we have some green cabbage. And all of these are going to really do well in the cool weather, and this is the time of year to get them in, even though it's not really cool yet, because if you wait too long, then some of them may get frostbit, and we don't really want that to happen. We've also got some parsley here. Parsley is a really nice herb that you want to use a lot in cooking, but it's not a hot weather crop. It doesn't really like summers, but it will do well in the spring and it'll do well in the fall. So it's a good time to get that in. And if you're interested, you can also plant onions for spring, and you can plant garlic for spring, and both of those are nice things to have in the house and in the kitchen. Okay, if you're ready to plant now, you've got your bed prepared, you've got your plants, you've chosen what you want. When you go to the store to look for plants, look for good looking ones. You want plants that have healthy green leaves. It doesn't matter if they're huge. In fact, smaller ones are sometimes better, but you do want to look for ones that don't look as if they're diseased, they look as if they're all healthy. Bring them out, take them out of the flat, and then we want to talk about spacing. And I've laid these out about the way that you should do it before you plant them. So we've got cabbage down here in the end row, and we're going to space the cabbage about 12 inches apart. You don't necessarily have to measure that with a ruler, but if you put them too close, roots are going to interfere with each other and the plants won't be able to get as large. We've got spring onions, and they're going to be fairly close together. They don't take up that much room, and they're not going to be big plants. We've got broccoli here, and the broccoli should go about 16 inches or so between plants. Now these look awfully small, and it's going to be tempting to put a whole lot of them in because you say that's such a tiny little plant, but believe me, they're going to grow. And when they do, if you have them too crowded, they won't produce well, and you won't have good healthy plants. We've got Brussels sprouts, and again, I'm going to space the Brussels sprouts about like the broccoli because once again, they will grow up and take up a lot of room. And then for leafy greens, spinach, chard, lettuce, whatever you're putting in, you can put them fairly close together. They do well even if they seem to be a little bit crowded. When you get the plants at the store, they're going to be in little packs like this. There may be 4, 6, or 8 in a pack, and they're rooted in a rooting medium. When you take them out, try to avoid tearing up the rooting medium if you can, but once you get them out, you'll notice that the roots are sort of jumbled together and they seem to be growing around each other and that sort of thing. So what I like to do is to just gently break this up, and I just use my fingers to do this. And I'm going to get some roots stranded out like that now. And then I'm going to put this in to about the same depth that it was before. And I'm just going to firmly pack the soil around it, but not really hard. What you want to get is a nice steady bed, or a good place to put them, good hold on them. But you don't want to mash the soil down so hard that the roots can't get air and that the roots can't grow very well.